What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rant, no hate. So, Aries Zodiac don't flip flop. I give you the boxing news and I give it to you raw, as usual. So, Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, I saw a lot of thumbnails saying that this is what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen, and I didn't read any of this shit. So, here's what happens. I see a video of Calvin Ford. Calvin Ford in the video is saying, everybody's saying Shakur, but it's like Shakur, you know what I'm saying? He's not. Look, Shakur's. They saying it because it's Shakur, but Shakur's no big fight. I still have unfinished business. He never said who. Now, I take it that's what people are assuming that he's talking about Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And he very well could be talking about Isaac Pitbull Cruz. There was a time when they were talking about a rematch with Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And you know what I said? At that time when it happened, especially when it was talked about, we already saw that shit. There's no need for that. The excuse that Tank could use for Isaac Pitbull Cruz fight is because a lot of people were saying, Pitbull gave him a run for his money. Remember, Tank had a big swollen hand, and he was saying basically he beat Pitbull Cruz with one hand. So you want to just prove this. This would be a fight to do nothing more but stroke your ego to show I'm really dominant over Pitbull Cruz. And Pitbull Cruz stock went up because of that fight. And he's won all his fights since that fight. So yeah, Pitbull Cruz has become one of the top dogs in the division. But there's no need for us to see this fight right now. For what? Truthfully, that's the type of fight that when you've pretty much ran through all of the top guys, now it's like, okay, there may be time for some rematches if you're not willing to go up to the next weight class. Why? Because truthfully, once we've seen that song and dance already, what's the purpose of us watching it again? Just to watch it. Just to watch it. Here's the funny thing. These were Calvin Ford's words. I've yet to hear Tank say anything. So, Kenny Ellis, I believe it was him that asked Shakur, I believe it was him. He said, the most money you made in the fight was $3 million, right? And he goes, yeah. He says, so, if we was to offer you $6 million, see, this is where money comes up because this is what was talked about. Whether you hear audio, whether you see the video or not, but this is where we can talk about money. When you hear someone talk about, well, I heard such and such was said, but then you hear from the people themselves and they don't mention any of it, it's bullshit. So he asked Shakur, so the most you made was $3 million. Yes. So if we offer you $6 million, you cool with that? And Shakur answers, yeah. Okay. Shakur had an issue with fighting Haney for a particular amount of money because he felt like his ego told him he wanted way more than that. Now, when you say, I know I'm not the A-side fighting Tank, right? You also wasn't the A-side fighting against Devin Haney. Now, as much as people wanted to make you think that, you had done absolutely nothing in the division. And no, even with you doing what you did at 130, it still didn't make Shakur he's a huge star. He's up there with Tank and Canelo and Josh. No, look at where he is right now. Now they're calling the guy completely boring. And guess what? Team Davis is probably trying to use this as an excuse. Because, hey, he's boring, man. Nobody want to see that shit. Pitbull gonna bring fireworks. Now, I'm pretty sure the Mexican fans would be happy about that. Okay, word. Yeah, Pitbull versus Tank. Now we get some revenge or whatever. At the end of the fucking day, though, right? See how people flip-flop? They went from saying Shakur is boring. Shakur is not ready. Tank will destroy him. Now Tank is ducking. You know what I call it? I call it ducking. See, I don't play favorites. This is the problem with you guys. So all of this jumping up, trying to defend. I got motherfuckers texting me 4 o'clock in the morning. Yo, but you see, what you don't know, like, man, shut your bitch soft ass up. It is fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. You should be getting some ass. Instead, you're acting like a fucking ass. Trying to tell me some goofy shit like, what the fuck you say means nothing. I said what I said. I mean what I say. I create content. You don't. You're channel whores. That's what you are. So nothing you're talking about even holds weight. So here's why this is a clear duck. Because out of Tank Davis' own mouth, he said, hey man, little bro is next. Right? Yeah, he's next. He's definitely next. I don't give a fuck what Calvin Ford says. I don't care what anybody says. Just like when Kenny Ellis said, yo, what's his face, Garcia, racist roided Ryan don't get no fucking title shot. Fuck him. He don't get no shot with us. He blew it with all that racist shit, right? Okay, cool. Once again, we need to hear from Tank. Just like what Calvin Ford is saying, we need to hear this shit from Tank. Because Tank is the one that has the final say so. So there's no fucking all of a sudden, yo, little bro, you next to fucking Calvin Ford dictating who you're going to fight. And I told you, yeah, this type of shit is talked about within camps and they tell you shit. Yo, you don't need this fight right now. Yo, you know what? I think we should go this direction. Yes, they do. Here's my thing though. There is no reason that they can't fight Shakur. I don't want to hear that he's boring bullshit. Same way they was talking that same shit about Devin Haney. I don't want to hear that shit. You see, I'm this fucking dude. Go look about 5-6 videos ago. I'm the fucking dude that just sat here and made the video saying there's no reason Tank and Lomachenko shouldn't happen. And you know what people were saying? If it don't happen, it's going to be because of Tank. It didn't happen, but it wasn't because of Tank. So that got people, well, what about the time when all this goofy shit? Like, man, shut your bitch asses up. Nobody give a fuck about no what about the time, We're dealing with the here and now. You motherfuckers only bringing that shit up simply because it wasn't Tank. That caused the fight to not happen. So I done seen all types of fucking stupid ass thumbnails of people trying to play neutral, trying to get the non-black people to not feel some kind of, I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. Black, white, what, I don't care what the fuck you feel. If the truth fucks with you, then hey, learn how to stop being liars. So this whole situation is real simple. If you want something, you want it. Okay? People that love me in my life, my elders, I can respect their opinions, but they can't make me do shit. As a man, I'm going to do what I need to do. Do you understand? So, how the fuck is Calvin Ford or Kenny Ellis going to make him do? No. You know what's so funny? They say something completely different from each other. Kenny Ellis is saying no problem. You will take the $6 million, then it is on, right? Calvin Ford says we're going to send them a contract. If they take it, they take it. If they don't, they don't. We already see what happened. Okay, simply because they were negotiating with Lomachenko, and Lomachenko turned into Nomachenko. So at the end of the day, this is like, okay, so we're going to send the contract. Okay, well, here's the deal. Let's see now if they hold up their end of the bargain and send the contract, and let's see if Shakur hold up his end and accept the $6 million like he said he would. See, this is part of the problem with boxing and this ego nonsense. People ego make them think they're worth more money than what they are. Not because you're not even good, but because you have not gotten to a point yet where you can sell out arenas, where it's a demand for your name, a big demand outside of where you're from. Okay? Whether that be within your home state here in America or from another country or whatever. So at the end of the fucking day, yeah, Tank versus Pitbull, business-wise, might be a bigger fight. because he's fighting a guy that has a whole country behind him, and there's a whole lot of Mexican people right here in America. So and Tank does have a strong following as well. So yeah, it might be a more exciting fight, a more compelling fight to people. But at the end of the day, and probably a better fight, because truthfully, the way I see Tank versus Shakur, I don't see that being an action-packed fight. Because as much skill as Shakur shows, he's more defensive-minded, and he's not going to throw combination punches at Tank. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. And people have this mentality. They think Tank just going to trot along and wait, be behind on points, and then go for the knockout late. Tank is smart enough to know he can't get behind on points and just let this dude steal rounds from him. In all honesty, me looking at the fight, and it doesn't matter how I think the fight's going to go. See, that's my point. These fights need to happen. You cannot have the guys that you guys are the best in the era, no matter how many it is, and somehow y'all find a way to duck each other. Okay? And bottom line, this is why people, one of the reasons why Sugar Ray, Duran, Hagler, and Hearns get high praise, because they all fought each other. Okay, and Hagler wasn't even a welterweight. For one, he was a middleweight, but they all wound up fighting him. Okay, so they all fought each other. Duran actually was initially a lightweight and came up. Yeah, so at the end of the day, that's one of the things, because they all fought. Now it's like duck season is becoming an all-year thing. It's like it's no longer duck season. It's just, nah, we just duck whenever we want to duck. Like I told you idiots before, and like I told all the real ones before, when these fighters are playing chess, they're trying to land the big fights. They're trying to go exactly where the money is. Here's my thing, okay? And let me say this. Once you are saying you want to fight a person, once you open your mouth and you say someone is next, this is who I want next, right? And then all of a sudden you fight someone else. Yeah, it's a fucking duck. I don't care what the excuse is. Aside from you being hurt, like some type of tragic emergency or something, anything other than there's nothing wrong with me, I can fight, I just changed my mind, then you're ducking for whatever reason. I don't care. I don't care. Now, if it's about a bigger bag, I got to look at it like this. See, I know the Lomachenko fans is want to already see, look what he did. Yeah, it's a duck to me. Because I'm going to tell you what. How much money are they going to pay Pitbull Cruz? Okay, let's look at this. What is he worth? If his worth is less than $6 million, then that means he's not worth more than Shakur. Now, if they offer him $6 million and he take it, then he has the same worth as Shakur in their eyes. Now, in terms of who's the biggest star between Cruz and Shakur or whatever, and see, when we start narrowing it down to all that kind of shit, we know that everything is focused on let's try to make top dollar. So my thing is Tank Davis versus Pitbull Cruz a bigger fight, a more lucrative fight than Shakur? We won't know that really. Do you understand what I'm saying? Pitbull Cruz is one thing when you headline something and okay, you have a country behind you. Okay, people will come out, but like, are you in Canelo's position? Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you in Anthony Joshua's position where it don't matter who I fight, people are gonna come out and see me regardless? They're gonna come out. Are you in that position? Because if not, then no. There's no need. It's not like Cruz versus Tank Davis. It's like he's fighting someone that has Canelo's type of, or even his, type of presence. So no, it's a fucking duck. But once again, this is what Aries do. I don't flip-flop. I call it as it is. I'm not Team Lomachenko. I'm not Team Tank. I'm not Team Haney. I'm not Team Shakur. I don't give a fuck about none of these people on a personal level. Okay? On a personal level. I've worked in hospitals. I've worked in so many different type of places. And you want to know what I've seen? I've seen doctors come to families and say shit like, well, I don't think he's going to make it. I mean, do you want him to lay there and suffer? Do you want to pull the plug? Like, it's not their loved one, so they don't give a fuck. So they wind up getting cursed out for even asking that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I've seen, they just want that bed. We got more sick people to come. Either they're going to live or they're going to die. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. So this shit right here is just boxing news. But I'm not going to give you bullshit. But I always have bullshitters that want to come in their feelings about shit. Every time we talk about money, we talk about whatever. I don't care how fucking simple you make a situation is. There's always going to be extra stupid people that don't understand shit, and they're in their feelings saying something completely different from what's being said. So I don't give a fuck that you guys can't comprehend what you listen to. We know, plain and simple. Tank Davis has said he want to fight all the guys he didn't fight yet. So until Lomachenko walked away, he would have been first. So if that's the case, that you want to fight all of those guys that you didn't fight, okay, and that's what he said. You already fought Pitbull Cruz, so there's no reason to not fight Shakur. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when you look at who's out there, you already beat Frank Martin. You already beat, racist Royded Ryan. You already beat him. I never really rated Raleigh anyway, but you beat him. You understand what I'm saying? And all the people that you beat before him, but for the guys that you didn't get to yet, okay, well, here's the deal, man. Shakur is still there. Lomachenko walked away, so we ain't got to worry about him unless does Lomachenko even come back? He's saying he wants to fight end of the year. Who knows? Maybe he never even comes back. Maybe he just retires. Who knows? We don't even know that shit. The excuse is already, Tank waited for him to get old. Okay, well, he just fought Kambosos and he wasn't old then. But now all of a sudden he's old without even having another fight where you can feel like his skills are deteriorating or anything. But bottom line, he might not even come back for all we know. So he's off the table as of now anyway. So what's going to happen? See, y'all don't understand this. This is one thing people don't get. I keep telling you motherfuckers, Tank is complacent where he is because he is the guy at 135. Okay? So there's more of a I need Tank than it is Tank need them, even though they need each other in terms of legacy. In terms of money, no, he doesn't need them. And bottom line is because even if people criticize and say, man, we need to see Tank step up, ever since Tank, as long as he keep knocking people the fuck out, we seen Wilder make a career out of knocking out guys that was low-level dudes, but he was considered the hardest puncher in heavyweight history, blah, blah, blah. You understand what I'm saying? So all of that being said, if you're talking about sheer competition, then there's no reason for him to not fight against Shakur Stevenson. Okay? I don't think it's an action-packed fight. I think Shakur's on the back foot all night long. Tank is going to come in. And I think what Shakur will find out in that fight is Tank is a lot quicker than he realized. And Tank is going to close the distance. Because all Shakur Stevenson does when you watch him, he just leans back, he tries to counter over the top. And when he does that, it's all arm punches. So there's nothing behind those shots. Now, when he tries to sit down his punches and he stands there and wait, he doesn't do much. And he puts himself in harm's way. And I think the timing of Tank will make it more difficult for Shakur to land anything without getting hit. And then he's going to be in that situation where he's throwing a punch and trying to get away before the shot even lands just to avoid getting hit. And him saying Tank is too small. See, here's my thing. Every one of these fighters that keep saying Tank is too small, all of them, they don't just get beat, they get knocked out. They all say the same shit. He's too small, he's too small, he's too small. Okay? Then if he's too small, if he's to fight you and say there's a rehydration clause, okay, then you open your mouth and say he's too small. So you're admitting I'm way too big for this guy. So you can't cry about a rehydration clause. See, this is what I'm saying about people though. This is exactly what I'm saying. People say things and then they don't back it up. So for this dude to say, yo, little bro, you next. You definitely next. That's his words. Definitely means I'm guaranteeing you're next. So what Calvin Ford is saying and what Kenny Ellis is saying, if Tank abides by that shit, he's ducking. Because as of now, that's what I call this shit a duck. So if this fight don't happen and they end up fighting Cruz instead of Shakur, it's a duck. See, my whole thing with why I didn't make a video about it, I don't, in the past couple of days is because I don't make videos based on what everybody else is making. It's only because I heard the words of Calvin Ford. Now, maybe these people did too, but he never said any names other than speaking about Shakur. He never said Pitbull's name. But I could understand why people would think he's talking about Cruz. You understand what I'm saying? So to say we have unfinished business, yeah, that's probably who they're talking about. But regardless, it's a duck. I don't care who. Okay, but the only flip side to that is you can't make all this noise about Pitbull being one of the top guys and then all of a sudden the fight doesn't happen. And especially if you're saying, yo, Pitbull gave him a run for his money. And especially if you're saying Pitbull will give him a better fight than Shakur will. Because now it's like, okay, so wait. You think Pitbull is a tougher opponent? You think Pitbull is a better fighter than Shakur? You think he's a more exciting fighter than Shakur? Okay, then if you're saying that, what are you bitching about? Because basically, that's no different from you guys saying Lomachenko didn't fight Haney because he wanted bigger and better opportunity. And I'm like, bigger and better opportunity. So that bigger and better opportunity was Teofimo? Well, he did go in there and spank Lomachenko. But at the end of the day, okay. So my point, if you're going from one top-level guy to another top-level guy, okay, it's not the same at all as fighting a lesser opponent. Now, if you think Pitbull Cruz will beat Shakur, then you have no argument. With the exception, okay, of Tank breaking his own word to Shakur. So this is my point. It's still a duck regardless. It's still a duck regardless. So when Calvin Ford says, Shakur ain't no big fight though. He ain't no big money fight. That's what he said. What is he telling you? Unfinished business, right? So that's my point. So that must mean that fighting Pitbull Cruz is a more lucrative fight than fighting Shakur. Because if it's not, okay, do you understand? Then what's the point? What is the fucking point? I don't give a fuck if you're a boxer, puncher, pure boxer. I don't care what your style is. Bottom line is, who's the better fighter? You don't know until they get in there. So my question to people, right? Do you guys think Pitbull will beat Shakur, or do you think Shakur will beat Pitbull? Okay, because see, these are fights that could have happened. And according to Shakur, Pitbull didn't want to fight him a long time ago. So my whole thing with all of this shit is real simple, y'all. Like I told you, these fighters take turns ducking. They take turns flip-flopping. That's what they do. Once again, the problem with you fans is you guys are selective with when you want to fucking notice it and when you don't. You know one thing about assholes? Like, let me give you a simple example. If a man says, why should I fight this guy? I'm not interested in fighting this guy. Why? For what? For money? What is he saying? That's not my only motivation. Now, if he's also, let's say if this guy is saying there's no money in that fight, wouldn't he debunk that claim by simply saying, I can fight him for free. Nobody's scared. But you're too dumb to look at a man's face and listen to him going, for what? Fight for what? For money? You're too dumb to understand what he's saying. Then you try to direct your comments at the content creators because you want to deflect the truth. Let alone a man sits here and says to me, this fight isn't interesting. And then start talking about way back in the day and what could have happened and what. Yet, you see my point. I can tell somebody, I can say in a video what people are going to say and do. Those same motherfuckers watch the video and do exactly what I say. So when I tell you you're a bitch, I tell you you're a soft bitch. When I tell you that you're nothing but a pansy, for one, you up 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to make a point about something that is not going to change anything. Bottom line, your man Lomachenko ducked, plain and simple, and it bothers you because, yeah, that's the case. I know, factually, we know this. Had this shoe been on the other foot, it would be Tank ducked. What kind of shit is that? Imagine Tank saying all that shit. What am I going to fight Teofimo for? Money? I'll fight the motherfucker for free. Oh, when he go get a belt, then we can fight. Okay, now he has a belt. Now what? I'm just not motivated. Not one of you motherfucking Lomachenko fans, not one of you motherfucking Loma Christ fans would be out there trying to make excuses for Tank or any other fighter. Nope, they clearly duck Tank. Loma clearly ducks and y'all make excuses. So once again, you're not arguing with me. You're arguing for your own stupidity. Because the motherfuckers who I'm repeating are the ones you're defending. Oh, you don't understand what? No, bitch, you don't understand nothing. You're dumb. You don't understand nothing because you're too stupid to comprehend. You're just an asshole that basically want to see what you want to see. You're the student that goes and that sits in the class and the teacher's explaining how we get this equation fixed, how we come up with the solution. Okay, these are the steps. Okay, this is how you get the answer. And they go, but it makes no sense. But okay, do the arithmetic. Okay, did you get that answer? Yeah. Okay, so how you don't understand it though? Okay, the teacher look at everything. Okay, you did everything right. What's so hard to understand? But it just makes no sense that's what the fuck, that's like how stupid people are. They have the answers in front of them. They just can't get it. They don't have any learning disorder, anything. They're just stupid, hard-headed. It's like, I don't want that to be the right answer. So it's wrong to me, even though it's the right answer. That's exactly what you guys are. Holding up the whole class with your own stupidity because you just hard-headed. You just want something to be different. And no matter how much they've learned that, okay, that's the answer, and I actually solved the issue, the problem. I did the arithmetic and I got the answer correct. They still are trying to debate the point. Yeah, but I mean, it makes no sense because it's like, all right, get over it, man. Okay, that's the answer. Leave it alone. That's exactly the type of mentalities of people that we have out here. They always have something to say and they're not saying shit. You're trying to prove a point that means nothing. First off, the point has no merit to it. Okay, more importantly, your man ducked. He ran. He don't want the smoke. It's as simple as that. So because they take turns ducking each other, you want to bring up when somebody else did something when I've already covered that shit. So your point is fucking what? Like I said, once again, I got to keep bringing up the same points in every video about who did what first and who. No, we basically have a situation right here that's been going on for a long time. Okay? So when you look and say you had Ryan, racist roided Ryan, you had Tank, you had Haney, you had Teofimo all at the same time, and you look at who fought who and who didn't fight who. Fanboys are going to flip-flop. Fanboys are going to sit here and point fingers. It was this person's fault. It was that person's fault. Then all of a sudden, when their favorite fighter that they're sitting up here defending flip-flops and lies and ducks, they make excuses. But what about when somebody else did something? You know what? I tell you what, you soft bitches. For your sake, so you can learn, because a lot of times in life, you have to feel something has to happen to you so you can understand it. Your woman should go out and suck another man's dick tonight, ride this motherfucker all along, and get caught, and then say to you, but I'm not the only person, but she did it too, and she did it too. What that have to do with you? What that have to do with her here and now? It's like I gave the analogy about the whole situation about if you ever cheated on someone and then y'all got past that, you apologize, you felt like a scumbag or whatever, and you learned your lesson, and then all of a sudden, 3-4 years later, she does the same thing and then go, well, what about that time when you did it to me? What does that have to do with it now? So now you're even, is like this, that. So bottom line, that means what? She had that in her all the time, that she wanted to do it finally? No. If she was against it, right? If that's belief her, if that's immoral to her, she wouldn't do it, regardless to what you did. If anything, she'd leave you. Either she forgives you or she leaves you. But if she does the same thing, she's no better than you. And it has nothing to do with, oh, but you did it to me. No, she wanted to do that. You just did it first and got caught. For all you know, she could have been cheating and just never got caught. And now you have a reason to believe that. Why? Because she did it. Doesn't justify what you did, but bottom line is, if you're over something, if you understand it, you got past it, you don't bring it up. Let it go. Right? That's exactly what you guys are doing. That's exactly what you guys are doing. Oh, what about that? Motherfucker, we all aware of the fact that a fight didn't happen between them. But here's what I'm saying to you. When you say somebody ducked the person, here's what eats people up. Did Lomachenko ever send Tank Davis a contract? Especially being he was the A side, the greatest fighter that ever lived, better than everybody. Did he send a contract? Because we know the A side are the ones that send contracts. We know this. The B side don't. That's why the B side is always saying send the contract to the A side. That's why. That's why they're always saying send the contract. Then when contracts are sent, like example, you guys are sitting here talking shit about when Tank Davis ducking Lomachenko back in the day. Yeah, Lomachenko ducked Haney back in the day. And guess what? Loma never sent Tank no fucking contract. They never sent Loma a contract. So they're both guilty of the same shit. That's why when y'all say Tank could have fought him back then, yeah, Loma could have fought him. They both could have did the same shit. Both of them. So neither team sent the contract at that point. Neither one of them. But somehow y'all saying Tank could have done this. Okay, wait. Tank never showed interest. Loma's never showed interest. Fast forward, the Haney sent, and Bill Haney made it known. And I said, this is why you make shit known. He made it known that they sent the $20 million offer to Tank. He made it known that they did. And Tank basically ignored him. And what did Leonard Ellaby say? Leonard Ellaby said, Tank is the only one that can make offers. Can't nobody make Tank an offer. Tank make the offers. I got idiot Tank Davis fans coming at me talking about, you hating on Tank. Yo, man, fuck you, you soft bitch. Leonard Ellaby, out of his own fucking mouth, said, Tank's the only one that make offers. They did not deny anything about it. Listen, I don't know this. Bottom line, Tank the only one to make offers. You know why Leonard Ellaby doesn't want to go into detail? Because now he has to admit that, well, yeah, they did. But now you have to admit that and try to say Tank didn't duck and make sense at the same time. So, Tank did duck. They all have their little flip-flop times, right? Here's the funny thing, though. Bill and Devin Haney was out here trying to make all these big fights happen, and what was y'all doing? Y'all was shitting on Devin Haney for trying to make the fights happen. This is how stupid. This is what I mean about how y'all are some weird ass people, man. The ones that's out here trying to make the fights, let's bash them. Let's fuck him. Oh, he ain't shit. Oh, but then all of a sudden, when they lose, and then the very guys that y'all claim they can't beat, right? If it's somebody you like more than that fighter, then all of a sudden you start to take shots at that guy. But yet the ones trying to make it happen, oh, they just capping. Oh, they're capping. Okay, right. I got you. So the ones who are walking around here just fighting a bunch of junk fights and going nowhere, you know what y'all gonna say? They ain't fought nobody. They ain't fighting nobody. Yet nobody's offering them anything. So every fucking time, and you know what? It's just like we know. It's all you non-fucking fighters that run your mouth like y'all know some shit about fighting. Y'all motherfuckers don't know nothing. The first thing, y'all don't know nothing. You don't even know how to hit a fucking speed bag. You don't even know how to skip rope. Y'all don't know how to do shit but just run your mouth. So when I tell you the most productive thing y'all do is sit up defending fighters, that's exactly what I mean. Because ain't no way 3, 4 o'clock in the morning you should be fucking sending messages to another fucking man about another man. I'm giving you boxing content. That's what I do. Okay? All you are is a fucking channel fucking hopping around from one channel to the next. This is what y'all doing. And don't say, y'all ain't saying shit. You're not talking about nothing. Nothing you say even matters. Nothing. Like I had to tell a motherfucker a couple of weeks ago, motherfucker, I don't need you to agree with me. Fuck you. Like you doing me some fucking favor talking about, oh, I agree with you. I don't give a fuck what you agree with. You're fucking defending a fighter by saying something completely different from what the fighter is saying. You're defending a fighter because his fucking people saying the opposite thing of what you're saying. I'm repeating. Then I show you. Listen, this is what was said. And you motherfuckers still make excuses. Especially when it's as simple as somebody telling me that fighter never said that particular thing. Then when I play the video, you don't understand what he means. Like, no, I understand you got his dick in your mouth. That's what I understand. I understand that. That's exactly what I understand. Because you sit up here and make excuses for these fighters, bro. Let me explain something to you. And I want to make this known. I don't play neutral. Okay? Fuck anybody who's not for the truth and logic and reason. I don't care about all that fanboy shit. You motherfuckers are sitting up here trying to tell me what something means. And you're saying the opposite of what the person says. So for me to sit here and be sober and educated, okay, and have common sense and hear a man say, why fight him for what? Money? And you hear the reporter go, yeah, big money. Oh, you're watching and you're listening. You see his facial expression. You see his reaction. I do this shit all the time, y'all. Pull up receipts and make you all look stupid. The problem with stupid people is they don't realize that they're stupid. They don't have any shame and they will say any dumbass thing no matter what. But we don't focus on how stupid. We know you're stupid, so we don't focus on you guys. You guys make it your business to respond to videos when you see something and it makes you feel fucked up inside because the truth fucks you up. And that's all it is. Like I told you, my slogan is really not a slogan. It's just facts. Y'all act like some straight bitches over these dudes, but y'all fucking lied about shit. Yeah, I don't understand what the motherfucker meant when he was talking about the money. No, dumbass. You don't understand the whole conversation, period. Period. And it's funny how y'all try to focus on one part of the conversation. Everything is a deflection. And even that one part you focus on, you still don't have it well thought out. As I said before, if I'm going to sit here and tell you, nah, man, he'll fight this motherfucker. He ain't scared of him. He said he ain't scared. You know, it's the money. He's not going to make any money. Aries, you didn't hear this man sit here and say fight him for what? Money? Huh? Huh? The man sat here and said, I can fight him for free. Y'all sitting here talking about $40 million. Not one time did you hear $40 million come out of Igor Clemens' mouth. Not. First of all, and let me show you how stupid you are. Lomachenko didn't come to Tank for the fight. Tank's team came to him for the fight. And y'all admitting it, but trying to put he waited for him to become old. Yeah, I know. You want to know what's so funny? Floyd Mayweather was 36 years old when he fucked up Canelo Alvarez. And you want to know what y'all never said? Huh? Oh, Canelo waited for Floyd to get old. Y'all never referenced Floyd as being old, and he went in there and beat the fuck out of homie. Homie had 40 fucking fights. 41 or 42 fights, something like that. I know he had 40 or more. It wasn't less than 40. Okay? And y'all made every excuse simply because y'all thought that this younger, stronger dude, bigger, he was going to go in there and Floyd wasn't going to have enough for him. And that's pretty much with all the commentators and everybody. It's funny how after Floyd won, all the excuses. Oh, Floyd was too experienced. He had too much skill. Oh, no, Floyd showed everything. Hand speed, footwork, everything. But he stood right in front of him, basically. And you know what is so funny about it? To this very fucking day, that bothers people. And they keep bringing it up, talking about, oh, Canelo beat Floyd now. See how y'all like to live in the past of trying to say you want to taint Floyd's victory over Canelo by saying what Canelo could do now, what you think he could do now. Yet, y'all don't put that same energy into saying, hey, listen, fuck Floyd. Benavidez is right there waiting for you right now. Yeah. And that's going to be the excuse for Benavidez if he beats, if Canelo grow a set and decide he wants to fight him, which he probably more than likely never will, but then that's going to be the excuse that Benavidez waited for Canelo to get old. That's going to be the words and the excuse. He waited. No, he didn't wait for shit. He's been trying to get this fight. He's been trying to get this fight. Canelo's the one ducking. Canelo's the one that don't want to fight. But y'all sit here and make every excuse. So when Canelo says he done nothing, he only one champion. That's what y'all want to repeat because Canelo said it. Because y'all don't want to see the fight because y'all scared Canelo gonna get his ass whooped. That's all. Funny thing is, Canelo may very well beat Benavidez. But guess what? We won't know that until the fight happens, right? See, and they all tried. Benavidez tried to play the polite role. They tried to be nice about it. They did all that. And I'm like, see, y'all trying to play nice with a dude that have no interest in fighting y'all. And the reality is either you're going to focus on other fights and you're going to do what you have to do, or you're going to sit back trying to get a fight with a guy that don't want to fight you and probably never will. And see, the crazy thing is, Benavidez has been this dude's mandatory for 3 fucking years. But every time we say Canelo gets favoritism, Lomachenko gets favoritism, y'all, no, you can't say that. I can say what the fuck I want to say. And ain't none of y'all going to do a fucking thing about it, including Canelo, including Lomachenko. Ain't nobody going to do shit about it. All y'all going to do is talk and get in y'all feelings. Okay? But I don't say things just to say it. You show me why this motherfucker never got stripped. Why he don't fight his mandatories. How in the fuck can you be somebody's mandatory for 3 fucking years? 3 fucking years and never get your shot. And on top of that, he's an undefeated fucking fighter. But he's done nothing. Now this motherfucker's about to fight Edgar Berlanga. Canelo said at his last fight, I do what I want. And I am Mexican. Okay. I'm not Mexican. And even if I was Mexican, I don't give a fuck about you being Mexican. That's going to make me... No. Fight Benavidez and stop being a little bitch. Yeah. See, so y'all talk shit about Shakur Stevenson. Y'all talk shit about Tank Davis. Y'all talk shit about Keyshawn Davis or whoever, or Devin Haney, but you won't say shit about your Canelos and your Lomachenkos. No. They done no wrong. They done no fucking wrong. Everything they do is perfect. It's everybody else. They couldn't have done anything different. So when this man decides that he's just going to walk away from the fight because he's not motivated, y'all just accept that, right? You heard what I said. This is the funny thing. You heard what I said. I said if you feel like he's not motivated, then don't fight. Just don't come back talking shit. Right? No need to go in there and get your brains half beat out because you basically wasn't motivated, right? But you can't come back talking shit like somebody owe you something. You can't come back here now and talk about, okay, now I'm ready for Tank. He owe me. Nobody owe you nothing. Y'all, what about the like? Shut the fuck up. Y'all like to hear something and make what I'm saying about a fighter about y'all. Personally, I don't give a fuck about your stupidity. That's something you got to carry through life with you. That has nothing to do with me. But at the end of the fucking day, like I said, I'm on nobody's team. Everybody gets it equally from me. Every fucking body. So this fucking so-called Shakur versus Tank Davis situation, the fight that may or may not happen, that's the only thing that we can fucking do is wait and see what happens. But just because Lomachenko tucked his tail and ran and you motherfuckers want to make excuses, I don't give a fuck about that. I told you y'all are some soft bitches anyway. That's why y'all act the way y'all act. That's exactly why. My mom is a vegetable right now. Pretty much that's how she's going to spend whatever time she have left on this earth. She's dear to me. I love my mom. But I understand reality. My dad, he's here, but he's not doing so good. He doesn't, we got to remind him of who we are. Nobody want to see their loved ones in that state. My mom and my dad always say God will never give you more than they can handle. Every single day. My mom and my dad, church, prayer line, everything. Right? So I watch my mom health deteriorate in terms of old age. And just like boom, all of a sudden, no signs of nothing being wrong with her. She ended up in that situation and now she's a vegetable. Was just sitting here a couple of months ago laughing, talking with me, sitting here in the house and we having a great family time. And she's, now, what do people say? Every day we have to pray, we have to believe. The very things my mom and my dad believe did not stop them from being in the situation that they're in right now. The very things. So my thing is, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing any of that. None of that stopped them from getting where they are. We pray for them before they get in that situation. We pray for them while they're in that situation. We pray for them after they die. And what does all of that do? So if that's what you believe in, right? That's what you believe in. You know what you never hear me tell a person? What they should or shouldn't believe in. But what I will tell you is, plain and simple, whether you pray or not, what you have to accomplish on this earth is going to come down to you having to do it. You can sit there and tell yourself all of this shit works or whatever, but I watched decades of my family die miserable, painful deaths, and every one of them was in that position of God will never give you more than you can handle, and God this and God that, and giving, offering money, all of this shit. All of these things. And I used to sit down with them and I would read the Bible with them and I could understand what they didn't understand. But you know what? People will always say the same shit. Oh, Aries, but you not understanding what that means. No. See, you always want to say what somebody don't understand. But I'm watching you suffer and I'm watching you. You want to know what prayer does to people? It make people not take medication. It make people not go to the hospital. They think that they're showing a lack of faith in God. So you know what? You got people that will say some dumb shit like, yeah, but you got to use common sense though. I mean, no, don't say that. Because when the Bible says that you have little faith, okay? Yeah, only little faith. If you had faith that amounted to a mustard seed, that God would literally move mountains for you. And that's what they go to church thinking. That's what they go to church. Why do you think people always in the Bible talking about? I mean, people always praying, talking about, Lord, they always, Lord, we're not worthy, Lord. Lord, we ask for your mercy. Why do you think they pray like that? From dust you come and from dust you shall go. So I'm nothing but dust. I used to believe that shit. I'm just dust. No, I wasn't made like Adam. I wasn't made from mud and clay. I've never seen nobody made from mud and clay. I've never seen nobody walk on water. I've never seen somebody die, somebody go take their finger and touch their forehead or whatever and they wake up. I've never seen anybody take a loaf of bread and a couple of fish and feed a whole multitude. I've never seen any of that, and neither have you. But you choose to believe it. I have neighbors that, as long as I've been living here, I ain't never seen or heard no Bigfoot, but I got neighbors that see him all the time. So the motherfucker must be scared of me. He must know not to fuck with me because I never see him. Never hear him. I've seen these motherfuckers bring dead animals out on gurneys, dead deers, buck deers, all that, coyotes, but I ain't never seen no fucking dead Bigfoot. We can't find them nowhere, right? Not a baby one, not a big one, not a teenage one, nothing. But yet they're real. And people will argue you down that they're real. And you ask them that one question. Have you ever fucking seen one? Well, no, but okay, shut the fuck up. You're arguing about something that you haven't seen. And these people out here, the funny thing is, we have shops out here that sell Bigfoot merchandise. We got people out here that make costumes and everything. So basically, Bigfoot just serves a purpose of just showing up. And then, where'd he go? Did you see that? Right, I know, everything. Avid outdoorsmen that record all types of animals. We got bears and everything out this motherfucker. Right? And guess what happens? Guess what happens? Somehow, they take the most beautiful videos. But when it's a Bigfoot, it looked like they recorded that motherfucker with a shoe. And you got people in comment sections arguing about what's true and what's not true. Well, some of it's real, but this is this. We got skinwalkers. We got everything. Y'all see the latest video of this lady? She called her dog, and then she all of a sudden, that ain't my dog. My dog don't know how to do no damn tricks. Notice how the camera cuts off, right? So what did she do with the dog? But y'all believe in all of this bullshit. I clearly have a video right now on my phone of a guy who made some kind of weird looking costume where the way this shit is moving and he's walking it. But he's doing it as a prank. What I notice is how crystal clear the video is. But looking at it, people are going, yo, whatever the fuck, whoever made that costume or whatever, that shit looks so real. Okay, that's the point. And this is a prank. So the point of fooling you, I seen a woman the other day, I was in this restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, This woman was so skinny. I didn't want to be rude and stare at her. I promise you, her thighs were like this shit right here, man. I promise you, like this this woman was like, she had to be like 70 fucking pounds. And she's about 5'10", maybe. I'm like, damn, she is scrawny. Do you know you take people like that and they put weird costumes on, and there's always a surveillance camera, right? And they do some weird walk and do, oh my God, no human could do that. Look at that. I know. Right. Remember when you went to the circus as a kid and they used to put the woman in the box and you like, how the fuck did it? You know, common sense, they're not really sawing her in half. But you just couldn't figure out how she did that, right? You know what you'd say if you look at that box? There's no way a human being could fit me. I mean, a little tiny child a bit, but not a grown person. No, they take the small, flexible female. She folds her legs and pull them up, and her legs is in that same box with her. We just couldn't figure out what they were doing, right? Then you look at how much common sense it actually is after you see it, because, well, you know they couldn't really saw her in half. Yeah. Yeah. But bottom line is, people like to believe in shit. And when it comes to like deities, people want to feel better about thinking there's something stronger than them that can fix what they can't fix. So they'll tell you all this kind of shit. Like I said, the very people I love and I watch sit there and suffer in life, and I watch them sit there after hearing all those words about how God will never give you more than you can handle. My grandmother, my aunts, my uncle, every one of them died painful. Not one of them just died old in their sleep, painlessly just go. Every one of them suffered. And they all had the same mindset and always praying. Now, when somebody tell me they're going to pray for me, I tell them don't. What's going to happen is going to happen. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of any of that shit. I'm not afraid of nothing. It hurts my heart to watch other people fucking suffer. I know one day I'm going to die as well. How? What age? Don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So the idea is you plan, okay, when this and that, or by the time I'm this age, or by the time I'm old enough where I can collect Social Security, or, you know, do we want to relocate one day when the kids graduate from college and do all this kind of, you can plan all that. It doesn't mean that you're going to live to see it. And I'm aware of that. So no, I don't walk around living my life in fucking fear of anything. Bitch, I live around bears and coyotes and shit. You understand? I don't have that. You know, understand what I'm saying? With or without that fucking gun, with or without any weapon, I've never been scared of shit. I've never been a fucking person that walk around worrying, you know. No, it's not who I am. And one thing that turns my fucking stomach more than delusional people are deliberate liars. Deliberate liars. If you love a person, if you care about a person, okay? If you're honest, you're going to be honest regardless. I won't ever tell somebody I love something just to say it. You know how you see these movies where somebody make a comment, the wrong type of comment? You know, like I see a couple of movies this way. One particular stands out that I'm thinking about now, where this guy told his woman she was disgruntled. She was going through like some marital issues and stuff. She was divorced or separated or whatever it was. And then she ended up, like, she was coming to work in tears and all that. And the guy comes in the office and he's like, what's wrong? And she starts, you know, telling him things. And then he goes, look, you are a beautiful woman. Any man will be lucky to have you. And she looked at him and said, well, what about you? Well, if I wasn't married, oh my God, look at you. You're gorgeous. Any man would love to have you. And she was like, then all of a sudden she started stalking the guy. Fucked around with her. And then all of a sudden, after he fucked around with her, wait, this is okay. Now she's popping up. She's sending roses and flowers. Now he's about to get caught. Well, we got to stop this. What we did was wrong. It should have never happened. I'm sorry. I got caught up in the... And right now she's stalking him. It's like, no, you knew what you were doing before you did it, right? So I was always taught to, you make bad decisions in life and you learn from them. Like, okay, I know not to do that shit again. That's called learning. But no, you have all of these people out here who haven't experienced shit, who don't know nothing about nothing. They just talk. So there's certain shit you see and you like, no, I don't want no parts of that right there. No, I see them over there getting money, but I'm not gonna bring no drugs in my mom and daddy's house. I'm on my own now. I'm not gonna bring them to my house. You know what? Nah, that's not for me. No, y'all can have that. I've always learned to don't get caught up in shit like that. So I'm little, I'm training, I'm boxing, I'm wrestling, I'm doing all this shit. I'm keeping I'm not doing it to stay out of trouble. I'm doing it because I have a genuine interest in it. You understand? So no, I was never the kid, let me go to the gym, because if I don't go to the gym, I'm going to do something stupid and get in trouble. Nah, I had self-control. Okay, so bottom line, y'all, I've always grew up and been taught to be real, to embrace reality. Okay? My parents, my loved ones, they didn't embrace reality. They embraced religion. They embraced things that they couldn't see, that they couldn't prove. Okay? I lived my life by what we can see, what we can feel, everything that's permeant to us now. Not some ancient book that's telling me this is what, if I do this right now, I'm going to go to jail for that. And I'm going to sit here and tell the judge, well, Your Honor, if you go to Leviticus chapter 3, verse 14, it tells me that I'm justified what I know. That shit doesn't fly. I watch people talk all this shit in church and then go to work. And they can't be the same person at work. I've worked for places where they said you could not have a cross on your desk. You could not have a cross or any religious symbol hanging up on your wall. We've had meetings where they told different supervisors, different managers, and all that assistant managers, you can't talk to people about religious things, okay? If somebody come to you with a situation, you're not to pray. You're not to any of that. We don't do, okay? And we had a whole Jewish company that came in that privatized one of the places we were with, and they were the main and the first ones to start doing that kind of shit. You cannot pray, do this, that, whatever. Okay. So bottom line is, it's funny. Where's the scripture where Jesus is saying there's no written law. But I am telling you that you are all gods, for we are all sons, okay, of our God, the Father. Notice how you never hear people say that, though. So when people be like, yo, what's up, God? Right? Mostly it's Muslims. But there's a lot of people that's not Muslims, but they say that to each other because that's in the Bible and because they'd rather see themselves as respectable men and sons of God than a bunch of niggas. What's up, my nigga? And all, you understand? So that's why they do that. So you have people that do it for those different reasons. But then you got these egotistical motherfuckers. Like I hear people talk about, I am perfect in Christ. The Bible tells me, but when do you determine that you're perfect in Christ? When? At what moment? Then you turn around and say, nobody's perfect. No, on our own, but in Christ, we're perfect. Once again, when do you determine that you're perfect in Christ? See, but the egotistical, smart dummy will always have an answer for everything and make no goddamn sense. So, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Whether you believe in something or not, your ass is going to die regardless. But while you're here, it's wiser to make better decisions based off what is in front of you. Life is not designed for you to live according to some ancient book. It's real simple. It's real simple. I listen to content creators. They make videos and they tell their audience a bunch of false shit. And you want to know what these content creators will say off camera? Hey man, it's the shit that people like. They like controversy. That's what keeps them coming back. That's why you got people in your comment section thinking that they can be little bitches on your channel because they go to other channels and they put up with it. I don't tolerate that shit here. It's as simple as that. It's not because we have a difference of opinion. It's because you always have some smart ass that want to try to take a shot at you, trying to tell you what you don't understand or you don't know, when clearly, you're that idiot that's trying to tell math teachers that they don't know what they're doing, social studies, science teachers, whatever, but you can't even come up with the solution for anything. You don't know the answers, but you're challenging people. And what you're doing is repeating stupidity. That's what you do. You don't know shit. Like I told somebody the other day, I had a motherfucker come here to do some work. Now, there's a lot of shit I know how to do, but there's shit I don't know how to do. And he goes, come, you should know this. I said, okay, hold, let me stop you. First of all, either you're going to do the fucking work or get the fuck out. Okay? You're not going to come to my house and disrespect me or disrespect me anywhere. You should know the fuck you tell me what I should. Bitch, if I knew it, I wouldn't have been calling you. Now, either you're going to do the fucking work or get the fuck out of my house. Oh, I saw these. I saw these. I know I should not say that. I get, you know what? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I give somebody else my $3,500. Fuck you. It's simple. This is what I mean about people with their mouth. And the funny thing about it was the guy that was with them, I saw him and he was like, yo, the guy, he cried all the way home because he don't get the money. I tell him, he don't talk. You see, I do that all the time. I tell the guy, man, you have to be nice to people. Yeah. His own friend telling me this or whatever. He's like, his partner, like, yeah, I talk to people bad. Like, I say, he pay me. So I tell you, you have to, talk to people that way. You talk to, the people pay you. You bad now, you just do the work. Yeah. Oh, you should know. You come like, what the fuck you talking to, man? You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, that shit ended real quick. I'm paying you to do a fucking job. Okay? I'm paying you. And you're going to tell me what I should know. Bitch, that's not my field, my line of work. If I could do it, I wouldn't have called you. I wouldn't have called anyone. Got somebody in here 2 days later, came in there, that worked. Boom. Thank you, sir. Anything, here's my card. Just let me know. No job is too big, too small, this, that, whatever. And I appreciate you. All right, thank you. Whatever. Bye. Gave him a case of water to go on the road with him. And thank you, sir. Thank you, whatever. We went on about his business. Got some snob motherfucker gonna come in. No, that's my problem. My point. You have this false narrative that you can come on everybody's channel and be a little bitch because that's what you do. Yeah, I see certain shit and I see the comments and I'm like, wow, y'all are some real tough motherfuckers on the keyboard. Y'all are some real tough, arrogant motherfuckers on a fucking keyboard. And then y'all think y'all doing a fucking favor because y'all check out the channel. No, see, here's the problem. You like the fucking content. But you don't like when the content is about, you like the truth of the content. You just don't like it when the truth is about the fucking fighters you like. You see, for example, when my man came on this channel and he was like, yo, yeah, you cooking these dudes, something to that effect, and was like, but it's all facts except for the part about Jerron and Crawford. No, that's exactly what the fuck happened with Jerron and Crawford. That's exactly what the fuck happened. See, due to fucking fanboyism, people like to motherfucking listen to something, they hear a story and they think that they're right, but they're not. And when they find out that they're wrong, I can only respect people that realize that they didn't have their facts straight and then say, yo, that's my fault. That's my bad. I didn't realize or I thought or simple. But when you come, or just don't say nothing. But when you come with this whole, nah, I'm telling you what, and no. All you're doing is telling me what you heard on another channel that you chose to believe. And the whole time that you're believing this shit, can you prove that it's true? No. Then when the news comes out that what you heard wasn't true. And that's why I'm saying, for a perfect example, guys, if you've seen my last video, for the people saying Errol Spence exercised his rematch clause, then he deactivated it. Right? Then you hear Terrence Crawford stand there and say, Errol Spence was supposed to, he had the rematch clause, but he never exercised the rematch clause. So I'm gonna believe you. Okay, wait. So here's the funny thing: you're defending Terrence Crawford by saying Spence ducked him, but now at the same time you're saying Terrence Crawford is a liar. So do you understand? When I'm telling you, you're not arguing with me. You're arguing with Terrence Crawford. You know why the channels are telling you he deactivated his rematch clause? You know why? Because they opened their mouths and made 50 fucking videos talking about the fight and how it's going to go and who did what and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden there's no fight. So now to make themselves not look stupid, oh, he never activated his rematch clause. And Terrence Crawford, he specifically said it. So either Terrence Crawford is lying, okay? Either he's lying, right? Or basically, what am I trying to say? Yeah, either Crawford is lying or you motherfuckers are lying. Because basically, Errol Spence, if he activated his rematch clause, stupids, Terrence Crawford would be sued for fighting someone else. Simple. And the sanctioning bodies will not allow him to go up in weight. You do know when Jermell Charlo went up and fought against Canelo, he was given permission. You can't just decide, oh, I'm going up in weight. There are contracts said this is business, motherfucker. This is business. Everybody don't have the fucking the Canelo protection. This is why I'm saying that whole franchise bullshit is the reason that Canelo's able to go up and down in weight. Other people don't have that motherfucking privileged title. Remember when Mauricio Suleiman said he feels sorry for Tyson Fury because he's a victim of the times because nobody wants to fight him? Remember that bullshit that Mauricio said? Did y'all agree with that shit? We all know the truth. So is it ironic? Is it just a coincidence? Is it just a coincidence that Tyson Fury has never had a fucking mandatory? The whole time he held that belt? Not one time. And the WBC president comes out and shows sympathy. I feel sorry for him because he's a victim of the times. No one wants to fight. Oh, what? Nobody wants to fight him. He said the same goofy shit. He said that all these fighters were overpricing themselves. Who's overpricing themselves? Who? Anthony Joshua agreed to the fucking 60-40. He agreed to the fucking terms. Usyk agreed to all his bullshit terms, and this motherfucker goes, "You're not a smart man. You're a stupid little man. I gave you a shitty deal and you took it." He says that shit. But when I say Tyson Fury gave him that shitty offer, hoping that Usyk would say, "I'm not taking this shit," just so he could say, "I gave him the offer. I'm the A side. He didn't take it. Fuck it. I'm moving on," because he don't want to fight Usyk. Same bullshit that Kambosos did to Devin Haney. Give you a shitty offer purposely, hoping you don't take this shit. Ain't nobody gonna take that shit. No. Okay, cool. We take you up on your offer. What? He still want to fight after this bullshit offer? Okay. Then I got motherfuckers telling me, "No, you're wrong. Devin Haney, he got paid very well." Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, man. Everybody knows what happened. The Haney spoke about it. Even Kambosos. We all know who got the lion's share of the money. Oh no, he actually got more money than Kambosos. No, he did not, dumbass. All these fucking excuses. And y'all nitpick with shit. What is that to try to even fucking clarify when you're wrong? Then when I go up and pull up the video, that was the stipulation. George Kambosos gets the lion's share of the money, win, lose, or draw, in both fights. Somehow here you go with news that nobody has. There's no articles about it, no nothing. George Kambosos himself is saying the same shit I'm saying, but you got a different story. Terrence Crawford saying the same shit I'm saying, but you got a different story. Okay? Lomachenko is saying the same exact shit I'm saying, but you got a different story. See, because you try to justify shit. Nah, there's no justifying this bullshit. Every fucking time somebody says anything about a fighter, a singer, an actor, or whatever, and you got grown people out here arguing over this shit, you know, like you see sometime in my community section, I'll post up a picture of fighters and I'll say who wins this fight and how. Have you ever seen me go in there and tell somebody that they're wrong about who would win a fight? And sometimes I see, it doesn't mean that I agree with who you think would win. I just respect your opinion. That's all. That doesn't mean I agree that fighter will win. How the fuck am I going to tell you you're wrong? All we have is opinions on who we think would win. I don't care how strong the opinion. I know there's a difference between opinions and facts. Most of these people that watch videos don't. They come on here just to talk, just to respond, but they have nothing to stand on. Okay? How am I going to tell you for a fact who would have won? I don't know. Just give an opinion. That's all. So I never go in there telling people, but then you have people in the comment sections arguing with each other about who would have won and how they're wrong because of this and this. I don't personally care. I'm not asking you that I'm not asking you that just so I can respond to try to challenge what you're saying. Okay? But then you have people that respond with something that has nothing to do with the question. So if I say you guys don't know how to stick to a topic, we're talking about one particular thing. And all of a sudden, you guys are all in the comment section talking about a bunch of stupid shit. It has nothing to do with the video. That's when a person has nothing but hatred and ignorance for a person. That's all that shit comes down to. And this is why, like what I said, I don't care personally about what somebody think about a fighter. I don't care about that shit. I don't care. What makes me laugh is when you take a fighter, like, okay, example, I remember somebody made a comment and said, what's the dude's name? The guy that Ad Wolf was training. James Kirkland. James Kirkland. Yo, Floyd never fought James Kirkland. James Kirkland would have did this and this and that to Floyd. I don't really care, personally. But the shit made me laugh because I'm like, who exactly did James Kirkland ever beat that meant anything in boxing? Who? Who was that? No, I'm telling you, yo, his style though. And I'm just like, wow, oh, okay, so you think because he can punch that he would have beat Floyd, okay? So Floyd's never fought a puncher before, okay? The night that James Kirkland fought Canelo Alvarez, Max Kellerman, go look it up. Okay, the commentary told you this was going to be an action-packed fight. This was going to be fireworks for however long it lasts or whatever, but they thought this was going to be a stack out. No, that shit, they thought this was going to be an action-packed fight. That shit ended in 3 rounds. I'm like, man, what I thought was going to happen is just what happened. James Kirkland's going to come out there, start out fast, throwing a bunch of wild, sloppy-ass punches, desperate, trying to get Canelo out of there. Canelo's going to be poised, calm, like he always is, relaxed. And then eventually he's going to knock this motherfucker out. I never thought much of James Kirkland as a fighter. I'm not impressed by strong guys that can punch but have no skill. I'm just not. I'm always more into the total package of a fighter. That's why I respect them. Like, for example, you guys remember me and a whole lot of us were saying Anthony Joshua, we understood. It wasn't physically. His issue wasn't physical. His issue was mental. He was doubting himself. He's a boxer puncher. And I said the old AJ I put against any of these heavyweights will win. This AJ that we have right now, I put over any of these heavyweights. That doesn't mean he can't slip up and lose a fight. I don't see anybody out there I feel is better than him. But once again, you hear me say, I think he'll beat Usyk in a rematch now. But guess what? Until he does that, okay, Usyk is the best heavyweight out there. But you want to know what's going to happen? The AJ haters, should it come down to him and Usyk? He beats Usyk. Oh, man, he couldn't beat Usyk when he was younger. See, everything you don't say before a fight, it's always the Usyk's going to do this or this guy's going to do that. But when they lose, it's because they got old. Bottom line, AJ went straight into a rematch with him after he lost. And he had a journey to get back to where he is now. And as long as Usyk is fighting and winning, it's okay. But should he lose to AJ, it's because he's old or whatever. Listen, bottom line, I don't care about any of that shit. Nobody stays the same age forever. If AJ sticks around too long and he gets near with someone and they tear his ass up, and let's just say because he's not the same fighter or whatever, well, he took the fight, he did what he did, okay, it's time to walk away. How many fucking fighters have we seen in that situation? Don't know when it's time to hang it up. So we're going to make excuses for people because we like those people as fighters. No, bro, that's not how shit goes. That's not how it works. Not with me. Not with me. We watch Roy Jones do that shit, right? And I noticed every time Roy Jones had a chance, he like whenever Floyd's name came up, he always is trying to fucking say, you want to know why it bothered Roy? And Roy was that dude, no matter who Roy fought, I was always rolling with Roy to win. Roy, why it bothers him? Why do he personally fucking care if Floyd says he's the best ever? Why does it bother Roy? You know what? It ain't got nothing to do with all the other great fighters before. No, it's personal. Roy Jones' storybook career was a lot like what Floyd's career was in his mind. And that first loss he got, where little short, stocky motherfucker, when he hit him when he was down, and they disqualified Roy. Roy lost for hitting the guy when he was down. Okay, rules are rules, but we know that Roy wasn't beat with fists. Okay, he did it. You know, Terry Norris used to do that shit too. Hit a guy when he was down. He lost like 3 fights like that. So against the same dude too. You know, but 2 fights against the same dude, and then the third when he finally just knocked the guy out. But bottom line is, Roy Jones want people that respect of being called the best ever. That's what Roy want people to say about him, and it bothered him because it's like, come on, man. Am I prime? That's why he always say that shit. Am I prime? Am I prime like Roy? That's the problem. See, you make it sound like you retired undefeated, but just right, and had a stellar fucking resume where you can compare and say, well, but bottom line is still subjective, right? But he wanted people to view him that way. He wanted that. And then when he looked back, it's like, okay, so here's the thing, Roy. At 36 years old, Floyd was smacking around Canelo. 37, 38. Now, he defended Floyd for being better than Pacquiao because Max Kellerman said even though Floyd beat Pacquiao, Pacquiao was better. And that was one of the dumbest comments I ever heard Max Kellerman ever make. How the fuck are you better than somebody that you can't beat? Once again, you can say, well, he had more accomplishments going up and down, winning titles in different weight classes. That's about all you can say. As far as saying he's better than Floyd, that's completely stupid. It's like you can say the Celtics and the Lakers has a more illustrious career than the Chicago Bulls in terms of the amount of championships that the franchise has, but you got to understand that shit was done through time. So it's not like Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and all them all have 16, 17, 18 championships, okay? So even when we talk about like a guy having 11 championships, and okay, cool. Here's the thing. Could that team beat the 90s Bulls? That's what we have to, you understand? That's the question. Not what they did against other teams. Could those teams beat the 90s Bulls? Okay, and that's my point. That's the same shit. So if Pacquiao and Floyd never fought, that's what people would be saying. He wouldn't have beat Pacquiao. I'm telling you, yo, styles make fights. Yo, and Pacquiao would have, right, but they fought, and the outcome was way different than what people said. You know, but bottom line, you know, I read something the other day where a guy came in somebody's comment section, man, and I bet you that the comment creator put the fucking emoji with the eyes looking up like, okay. This dude went on a rant about how Floyd really lost to Oscar De La Hoya. Yo, if you look at it, I counted. Floyd got 7 losses, and he went and I'm sitting there laughing like, yo, I'm not reading all this shit. I know the content creator didn't sit there and read all that shit, you know. And then when I go under his shit to scroll, people was like, yo, dude, of course you got those who, yeah, true, he lost and all that, but you had people like, dude, you need to get a grip. It's not that serious. Like, damn, right? So my point, y'all gonna go to y'all grave saying he this person did this and this person did that. Does it really matter to you that much? Why should it? Are you trying to live vicariously through these fighters? So yeah, that's what you see Roy doing. Roy Jones. When you ask who's the greatest fighter of all time, I don't personally believe in no greatest fighter of all time. He'll tell you who his favorite is. Roy Jones want to be viewed as TBE. He want to be viewed as that guy. He even said, you go through anybody's highlight reel, mine would be the most requested out of everybody. Out of Tyson, whoever, everybody. Pacquiao, I don't care who it is. My highlight reel, right? Okay. You know how they have award shows and shit? And then all of a sudden, I don't even watch that bullshit no more, but they started having like swagger awards, best, I mean, they just, like, let's just make up anything to just give somebody some bullshit or a fucking swagger award or most mellowed out fucking, I mean, just some stupid shit. That's like, okay, right, all right. And this is what I'm saying. Roy was that guy. But why does it personally bother him? Why does it personally bother Tyson? Why? Oh, you have some smart ass. oh, well, because they would have crushed Floyd. Okay, well, guess what? Y'all think Tyson would have crushed Floyd, Jones, but Jones also said that his highlight reel package would have been more requested than Mike Tyson's as well. So does a highlight fucking reel make you automatically better than that person that you're saying you're better than? I'm just saying. I mean, we know Floyd was too small for both of those guys, just like Pernell was too. But Pernell was also pound for pound best fighter when Roy Jones was there, when Mike Tyson was there. So what's the point? Do we think Pernell could beat Roy? Do we think Pernell could beat Mike Tyson? So this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying about stupid ass opinions that people have when they say things. I don't say what I'm saying because I like Floyd. I don't know Floyd. I'm saying common sense. Listen to what people say. A lot of people just not good judge of character because it's all about their feelings. I don't do that shit, man. I was raised different. I was trained different. I've done different things. So my discipline is different from you guys. This is why you guys have this whole, it has to be who I like. It's not about who I like. I don't like any of them. I don't know them. I don't know these fucking people. That's why I emphasize I like him or her as a fighter. Meaning I respect their skills in the ring. I don't know them personally. Some people have more of a pleasant attitude where they're easy to deal with as far as certain fighters. Like I told you, a perfect example. I can't listen like when I was listening to Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis the other day. And every other word was nigga, 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 nigga. Yo, that nigga, yo, nigga, nigga. And I'm just like, I can't even get into this shit, man. I just can't even listen to this shit. It's like, the ignorance, bro. The childish shit. So when I say that, am I showing fucking favoritism? Or does that mean I don't like Shakur Stevenson as a fighter? Or I don't like Keyshawn Davis as a fighter because I don't like to listen to them talk that ignorant shit? So that's my point with you guys. Everything about the fighter you like, there's nothing wrong with them. There's always, it's everybody else. Who the fuck do y'all think y'all talking to when it comes to, like, in life, period? Y'all go through life letting fucking people dictate what y'all should think and how y'all should think it. And you think that you're right or you think that it means something, man. I'm not trying to get no rub from nobody. I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit. We come here with the fucking truth. We come here with the truth. Just like me saying one time, if you notice, Cat Williams, Cedric the Entertainer, Shannon Sharp, Steve Harvey, all these black actors and actresses, D.L. Hughley, Monique, all of them. Haven't you noticed that every one of them was going to war? But you know what was weird? Because at one point they was all talking about sticking up for black people and how black people get blackballed by the business and how the racism we face and all of that. And you know what's crazy? Every single one of them that went at each other where? On Shannon Sharp, a black man's platform. So what I'm telling you, people see it's more value in controversy and banging heads than it is to unify because they're trying to appeal to the masses because people outside of being black don't give a fuck about unity and all this kumbaya shit. They don't give a fuck about none of that. But when you're bumping heads, that's when you get more attention even from your own stupid ass black folks, right? So what am I saying? Now all of a sudden you see Cat Williams and fucking Shannon. It's a whole thing about Shannon being canceled, all kinds of goofy shit, right? Do you understand what nobody cares. It's all about money. So if I see people that's standing up for what's right, I jump right on that front line with them. Or do I go, nah, I'm going to sell myself out and go with the popular shit, go with whatever. No, that's not what I do. That is not what the fuck I do. So when I state the facts about things and people feel some kind of way, do you think I give a flying fuck because somebody getting their feelings because they more than likely feel guilty about what I'm saying? Nah. If Shakur and Tank Davis don't fight, okay, and it's because Tank don't want to fight, he's ducking. If it's because Shakur don't want to fight, he's ducking. We don't flip-flop over here. We don't play that fucking role. We don't play that game of, well, I like this person better, so listen, at the end of the day, We watched Tank, who was relatively quiet, smiled more than he talked. Now all of a sudden he's playing the villain. Shakur Stevenson has started trying to do the same thing. Talking shit about everybody, making mentions of people that got nothing to do with his fights or his nothing. And at the end of the day, Tank is exciting and Shakur isn't. Remember, notice my choice of words versus all these other content creators. What I say? I said either Shakur is going to do what Shakur does and say, fuck these people. I'm fighting my way. I'm not, they're not the ones in the ring. I am, or he's going to try to find a way to be more exciting. The thing is, with all the shit he's talking, his fight style is not backing up his words. Whereas Tank is in here talking his shit, but he's knocking motherfuckers out. Okay, so clearly he is getting the attention that he needs in terms of people having interest in his fights. This shit can all backfire for Shakur. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, what I say, it's going to take for Shakur to go in there and beat a Tank Davis or beat these guys that people think he can't beat because they're saying he's boring, right? Just like me saying Keyshawn Davis' fight was more action-packed than Shakur's. But that doesn't mean that Keyshawn Davis beats Shakur. Do you understand? So do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not jumping on no bandwagon to repeat what other people are saying. I'm speaking what I feel with nobody's influence at all. And this is how we solve who's the best. By them going in there and fighting each other. What you have versus what you have. Let's see who's the best. That's how it goes. This generation is so soft and watered down. The way people think and see shit, y'all want to fucking predetermine who's the winner so there's no need for the fight to happen. Y'all want to sit up here and get in y'all feelings because your countryman is not getting the props that you think he deserves, or your person from your home state, or whatever the fuck. Who cares, man? Nobody gives a shit about any of that goofy shit. I don't care about it. So no, I don't go with what everybody else is doing. I didn't create this channel so I can sit here and be a fucking Sambo. I didn't create this fucking channel so I could be here a fucking ass-licking motherfucker. I didn't create this channel so I can sit here and appease you motherfuckers. Oh, I gotta say what everybody want me to say. No, I speak the truth from the fucking heart. You motherfuckers come with the whole, yeah, but what about this time? And if you look at it, he did it first. Like, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck. Do you listen to yourselves? He did it first. Same fucking thing a kid is telling his teacher for doing something stupid. Hey, Johnny, go outside and clap the erasers. You and Billy, go ahead. Okay. Instead of clapping the erasers, they go out there and do some dumb shit. Let's go rub the chalk on the cars. Oh, let's go throw a rock over to do something stupid. Break somebody's... Well, he did it first. And this is grown-ass people sitting up here with the same fucking mentality as kids. I'm telling you guys, this era of time, we have found a new kind of stupid. Everybody's such an expert on fucking nothing. That's all you hear these people say. That's all they fucking do. They say what they feel about their favorite fighters, and you still haven't said shit. You still haven't proven shit. What exactly are you trying to prove? What point are you trying to make? What exactly is the point you're trying to make? And it take them all of this fucking long paragraph to say a bunch of nothing. Well, I'm just saying he did it first. So what the fuck are you saying, asshole, that nobody's supposed to make videos about this situation because of prior situations when they both guilty of doing the same shit? On top of that, honestly, that's like a news reporter saying we will not report a football game because the Giants won the Super Bowl. So the next time we do a newscast on sports will be after the Super Bowl. Why? We're not going to talk about the whole season. We're just going to focus on just the Super Bowl alone. So because we have a Super Bowl winner, there's no need to talk about the rest of the next season until the next Super Bowl. That's the kind of stupid logic that y'all don't realize it, but that's the kind of dumb shit that y'all say. Because somebody did something in the past, yet they both guilty of the same shit. It's just somehow it's different. And that's why you notice whenever you say, why the fuck did Lomachenko drop the belt Why did he drop his WBC belt? Since y'all want to do all of the fucking, email champion talk, why did he drop the fucking belt to accept a franchise championship that Mauricio Suleiman, he requested? And I know tell you he requested it. Okay, regardless. Why did he do that? Y'all a bunch of robots. Y'all excuses he just wanted bigger and better opportunity. Wow. So you don't respect certain fighters for not fighting their mandatories. But yet, when Lomachenko clearly ducks Devin Haney and don't honor fighting his mandatory, you make the excuse if he wanted bigger and better opportunity. Then he went and got his ass whooped by Teofimo, who I picked to win, and he did. But then, what was the excuse? Oh, he had a bad arm. Yeah, I know. Then Teofimo almost died. Oh, yeah, I know. It's always excuses. It's always excuses. Before punch was even thrown between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, we were already saying this dude is a fucking cheat. He don't even respect boxing. He don't even respect the fucking fans. He don't respect himself. This motherfucker is contracted to fight at 100, okay, and 40 fucking pounds. That's his weight limit. Yeah, we know that they gain weight. But people, motherfuckers that don't fight need to shut the fuck up because none of y'all even know what the fuck it means to even cut weight. Y'all don't even understand that shit actually down to the pound makes a difference. But at the end of the fucking day, bottom line is, y'all made all these excuses. See, he didn't cheat. Ryan just fought a better fight. Haney fought the wrong fight. Then y'all said, you got to blame the Haneys. They the stupid ones that let Ryan get away. So no, you're justifying what he did, trying to justify it. At the same time, you're blaming the Haneys because you know what Ryan did was wrong. Shoe on the other foot, and Ryan did and Haney did what Ryan did. It would be, oh, this motherfucker didn't even make weight. He's not professional. You know that's what it is. You know that's what the fuck it is. But what happened? Y'all made every excuse, but then all of a sudden, now look at y'all. Yeah, all y'all looking stupid as fuck now, right? Constantly coming on the channel talking about what Ryan didn't cheat. Haney just fought a stupid fight. Haney's overrated. Blah, blah, blah. Haney this, Haney that. Right. You're looking dumb as fuck now, though, right? This is what you guys do. And as for Loma, like I said, I don't know if Loma's going to fight again. But if Loma finally gets motivated again and he decides he wants to come back, more than likely it won't be against Tank. And you know what y'all not going to say? Whoever he handpicks to come back and fight, y'all not going to say, oh, Loma's old now. Loma wins. Loma's that guy. Loma's the GOAT. Loma's this and this. This guy looks great. But somehow, if it's Tank standing across from him, Tank waited for him to get old. Okay, well, I tell you what. If you're too old to fight and you no longer have it, then you shouldn't get in the ring. If he gets in the ring and he no longer has it, and all of a sudden, because he couldn't find his motivation, well, I'll tell you what. He needs to stay out the ring with anybody. Because when he gets his ass whooped, I'm not trying to hear that shit for no fucking fighter. You guys are the excuse makers, not me. And it's so fucking, you know what's so disgusting about it? Is the fact that people try to fight the truth every day. Every single day. They try to fight the fucking truth because they're not honest about anything. But in their hearts and minds, it's like whatever I feel like saying and doing is not wrong because we all have the right to think this and that. Just like somebody said the other day, and it's not like it was something that I haven't thought about before, thought that crossed my mind, I even talked about, but it just it got my attention because it's like I haven't heard anybody say this in a while. And the guy was making a comment and he said something about, he was making a reference to a TV show, but he was making the point. And he says, which God is real? And the guy said, you don't get it by now? Whatever said God that people are taught to believe it's real to them. Do you understand? Despite you saying the Bible God is real. People think Krishna is real. People think Thor is real. People think Hades is real. They think Zeus is real. Okay? How can you say that they're fake? Well, there's no proof of their existence. Okay, well, what's any proof of existence of Jesus? But the Bible, and the Bible is not even the first Bible. It's not even original. The concept of Jesus is not even original. And this is facts. This isn't my opinion. That's why I say people should do their homework. 100 said gods did everything that so-called Jesus did before Jesus was even created, before the story even took off. The resurrection, the walking on water, all of this shit. All of this shit. And these are facts you can look up, but people don't take the time. Why? Just like in my family, we was taught don't read anything outside the Bible because it messes up your mind. That's the devil trying to play tricks on you. And I realized, like, damn, they don't really know that much. They're telling you we're not as smart as God. Don't question God. Leave it in God's hands because they can't explain these things. That's why they're telling you that. And I started to understand this as a youngin'. Do you understand me? But I always conflicted myself with what I thought because while my mom lied, while my dad, they wasn't lying to me. They thought what they knew or what they was thinking was true, was real. You got people say this shit every day. We have to pray. Why? Because there was a war in this country. Oh, okay. Then another war happens after all that praying. We have to pray. What happened? Earthquake hit that country. Oh, okay. We have to pray. Pray some more. Another earthquake hit that country. We have to pray. Little girl gets molested. Oh, we have to pray. Okay, human trafficking, child pornography. We have to pray, but there's no results. But we keep praying, but the same shit keeps happening. So when you make effort to do things, to change things, that's when you see change. But everything is we have to pray. We have to pray. We believe in God so much that we depend on a president, a councilman, a congressman, a mayor, a governor. We depend on politicians to make our lives better. Yet we're praying. So even when people say they pray for, Lord, give me the strength and the knowledge and the understanding, the wisdom to do what I have to do. You can say all those things in prayer, but what are you actually doing for yourself to gain that knowledge and that wisdom? What are you doing to learn? You see, when I tell people money, they always say money is the root of all evil. No, people are the root of all evil, not money, not things. Money is made. Money doesn't make itself. Cars don't make themselves. Mansions don't make themselves. It's people. You see what's happening to Diddy? Yeah, you see what's happening to what happened to Bill Cosby. You see what happened to all these different people. And you know what's so funny? And me being a black man, let me say this. Me being a black man, when I heard people say, yo, they would have to Bill Cosby because he was trying to buy NBC and all that. I'm like, okay, that might be true. That might be the case. But at the same time, okay, he did what he did. So even if you had a bunch of women lying, even just one telling the truth, okay? And that's why I say put yourselves in those fucking shoes, okay? Always before you open your mouth to defend, put yourselves in those shoes. Maybe because of, I don't know, maybe if a rich dude fuck one of y'all wives, y'all might feel, yo, guess what? What's up? Yo, nigga, you ain't gonna, what? Will Smith fuck my wife, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Will got that ass, nigga. Will Smith, nigga. Like maybe some of y'all be proud of that goofy shit. And my whole thing was, yo, listen, man. Y'all love to make excuses. Y'all made excuses for R. Kelly. Y'all make excuses for everybody. You see what Diddy's going through. And Diddy said, yo, I was going through my lowest. Yo, like, nah, it's not that you was going through no lows, motherfucker. You know what it is with people, and let's just be real. You see, rich people think that they can do what they want. All right, remember Diddy? Diddy threw a motherfucking $100 bill at I think it was an airline stewardess, and some shit happened in a club somewhere. All this insult, that's because he was at his lowest point? No, it's because you at your highest point. You rich, you young, you got all this money, you got a different variety of women to choose to fuck and all this kind of shit. You traveling the country, the world, in and out the country, you traveling the world, you fucking women in different countries, you do all this shit, and you think that your shit don't stink. And never did you think that this shit would come back to you. And then it did. And this ain't just about no black people. Don't get it twisted, okay? I'm to anybody. Look at, like, I don't get anybody, white, black, whatever. I'm just saying to make example. Look at this shit, man. These motherfuckers don't think that they shit stink. Floyd Mayweather had somebody said something. It might have been T.I. I don't know. But somebody, and Floyd made a comment. Yo, I could buy your life, yo. And I was like, damn. Why'd you say some dumb shit like that? I mean, if that was a scare tactic. All right, I had to step outside for a second. Always when I'm doing my videos is when. But listen. The bottom line with all this shit is real simple. Where I see people are accepting of bullshit, I'm not. Where people think that it looks impressive because they have 300 comments in their comments. I don't care about all of that shit, to be honest with you. When people just feel like the only thing that they can think of doing is to come on someone's channel with the disrespect. They want to come on someone's channel talking goofy shit. I block stupid ass people. Every other week I hear somebody complaining that they got blocked from somebody's channel. I just had a dude that I know tell me that he was blocked from commenting on people's channels, on anybody's channel, because of something that he said. And I said to him, why don't you shut the fuck up then, man? But all I said was blah, blah, blah. I'm like, obvious. I said, it's obvious what you said, okay, was enough to get you blocked. And one thing I know about this brother is he's always going on somebody's fucking channel trying to challenge them and argue about shit. And I'm like, bro, you do too much. Why the fuck do you even care? The human ego and the human stupidity is so high, people don't even get it. It makes you feel better because somebody agree with you, even though your facts are not even straight. You're just trying to defend people because you like those people. Look, here's real simple, okay? Back to what I was saying. When you are a person that think you can buy everybody, you can buy friendship, you can just buy people shit. I've seen it happen on a smaller scale. It's just like I know people do straight bitches entire life, soft. Everybody used to kick them off the ass, punk them, treat them like a fucking balloon, just pop his little ass whenever they want because, he's a soft little motherfucker. What ends up happening? He relocates, he meets some new people. He's buying weed for everybody. They getting high. He's paying everybody way into the strip club, and they think, yo, he's that dude. He gets some fucking, get that liquid courage. Wind up sneaking somebody in the face at some bar somewhere, some club somewhere, and they think that he really about it, cause he know that y'all gonna jump in and all that. But he really a little soft, out of shape, drunken, drug addict little bitch. But y'all think he's tough. No different from these rich folks. They get some money, they start buying motherfuckers. They start paying for security. So when Floyd makes that comment about I can buy your life, that's saying I can pay somebody to kill you. For those that don't understand what that means. And I was like, yo, why would you say some stupid shit like that though? You know that's incriminating, right? Why the fuck? And the fact that you even but once again, is what I'm saying. Rich people think that they can do whatever the fuck they want. And what the fuck do y'all do? Y'all sit there and bow to these motherfuckers. These people don't care nothing about nobody but themselves. Now, their loved ones, grandkids, their little babies, their daughters and sons, I'm saying, but I mean, like, as far as all of y'all think they care about y'all? And I say y'all because I can give two fucks about them either. Now, as a human being, I can respect you as a human being. But as far as me getting in my feelings, like, you know what's funny? Like, you ever hear somebody, like, it's like two people meet and they be like, oh, I feel like I've known you all my life. Or it could be an interviewer interviewing a fucking celebrity. I feel like I've known you all my life. Yeah, because you just been watching them and fantasizing that, pretending that you do know them. So no matter what they do, it's never going to be wrong. It's never going to, they never do any wrong. They never do or say anything that, nah, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I couldn't. But y'all quick to point that shit out about other people. You just go on people's channels talking for nothing. You see, kids need to stay out of grown-ups' business anyway, because that's all I see is a bunch of kids on here. You telling me or any content creator that what we hear, we're not understanding what we hear because you want it to be different. No. In closing this video, it's just as simple as somebody saying, could you please just give me a glass of water? All I want is some water with 2 cubes of ice. You come back with a damn Coca-Cola. They're like, what the fuck is this? Well, you said you wanted something to drink. I specifically said water with 2 ice cubes. Well, what's the difference? I mean, it's still, it's liquid. Is that what now you want to argue with what a person wants? This is what you guys do. You make 0 sense. You make 0 sense. You make what somebody say into what you want it to be, and then tell a person you don't understand. No, we do understand. And like I said, I understand y'all some soft bitches. Plain and simple. Never fall in love with lies. Remember the truth brings hate out of people, when I will catch y'all on the next video.